A Jefferson man loves the community he lives in. Justin Marsh has his hands in a lot of different areas with the Historical Society, Conservation Commission, and his job in marketing. But Marsh also loves another kind of community, a community that brings people together in a unique way. Photojournalist Alex Pinkham explains.
It's always different, and that's probably why I like it, because it's not, I don't know what to really expect. Each day and week is different, which is nice. So my friend Deanna, who I was working with on a nonprofit, was like, do you know anyone who's looking for a marketing job? And I was like, I could probably do that. And so I started working from her, started on like a table, like a folding table at her home, because she didn't have any employees. And so now we moved into this office, and I've been here for 3 years. I'm the chair of the Historical Society, I'm on the Conservation Commission, I'm involved with the Community Center and the Arts Council, the silos that are outside, like I wrote the grant to get those painted. So yeah, that keeps me really busy.
When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever. When you hold me tight. Moonlight, silver night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever.
And they're like, what's your drag name? I was like, I don't know, I don't have it, I've never performed. And then when I said Emoji Nightmare, they're like, oh my God, that's your drag name. And I was like, okay. At the time, drag was still something that was so underground, so niche, and now it's becoming more mainstream, which is awesome. Kind of like the alter ego aspect of it, and like the transformation, the taking on a different persona. First thing is that I have integrated myself into the queer culture in Burlington more than I ever would have had I not become a drag queen. I have so many gay friends, so many queer friends that I just never would have met or approached or been in the same circle as. And drag really helped me broaden my circles, and especially the queer circle, which was lacking for me just in my little hometown.
Have heard of a former Patriot star.
Thank you, Abby. Polling locations had heavy traffic in Lyndonville as campaigners as well as voters went out to do their part. I had a chance to talk with some voters about the election, and from the sounds of it, they were just happy for it to be over with. Voters in Lyndon filed into the municipal building at the start of the day, eager to get out and vote as the day they had been waiting for was finally here.
I'm just happy that the whole thing is going to be over with and we don't have to listen to it anymore.
Yeah, I think we're all glad that it's over with, and my thoughts about the system, which I stated a few minutes ago to you, was I think it all needs to be revamped. I believe it should be done by popular vote. We ought to wipe the entire slate clean from Congress right down through and start all over again.
If the line seems short today, that's because the town of Lyndon had an above-average request rate of more than 500 absentee ballots with a return of 485. Lyndon Town Clerk Dawn Dwyer says more than 3,000 Lyndon residents are registered to vote in this election, and she expects it to be busy throughout the day. That's good news for campaign volunteers like Bill Coleman, who was out still pushing for votes right up till the last possible second.
Well, for one thing, I'm trying to make sure everyone's aware that today is election day, that might pass and not be turning in here, but it seems like the vast majority of people are turning in.
And with so much hype around this election, voters are just ready for a decision to be made.
I just think that it's too long time-wise, and I think that the way they speak about each other is deplorable. I just spoke with the town clerk of Lyndonville, Dawn Dwyer, and she said that since this morning, just more than 1,800 voters have cast their ballots so far today. The polls remain open until 7 p.m. tonight.
Stephanie Smith has been running the Littleton Library Story Hour for over the last 20 years. She explains to photojournalist Alex Pinkham why reading is so important to kids.
When I was young, I would spend my summers going to the library in Ankeny, Iowa, where I grew up, and you could get 7 books a week. So when I was in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, all summer I'd go and get 7 books a week. But the librarians didn't really talk to you when I was growing up. I would go in and pick out my books, and nobody would say anything, so I missed a lot of the children's classics. I was working here part-time and then started gravitating towards, Ellen did story hours for preschoolers. And I started noticing that the 2-year-olds were kind of a problem in her story times. Like, isn't it? And she likes to say good morning. The writing in the old days didn't always fit 2-year-old toddler type stories. So you have to really have the right kinds of books to attract the toddler's attention. And you have to do more movement and music, and the finger plays are all good. 5. Everybody that said 5 is right. Hello, monkeys. When I'm at home, well, I get up on story time day and I relearn the flannel story with my coffee in the morning. And I'm ready to go at 9:30.
A dog. A dog.
It was a dog. They're pretty much recognizing print, having fun with sounds, word sounds, rich vocabulary, and it all helps. Just even seeing me modeling a book gives the kids the idea that there's print and there's words and you read a certain way. Splendid! And showing them the importance of books also helps them become a reader. And we all know the success in school is all staged on being a reader. I was the one who got up in 8th grade speech and cried because I panicked and couldn't do my speech. So if you would have told me when I was 13 or 14 that I would be doing public story times, I would never have believed you. But I was 40 when I came to library work, and I discovered my passion. So sometimes you're kind of going along a path and you're getting close to what you love, but then you have an aha moment.